As you know, we all are at the platform Vivaya, and we are here to win the dreams, and our dream is to crack the TCET exam, right? So, welcome to all of you. And after this 1 week, now start with the more energy, more zeal, and too much. What can I say? More energy actually. Okay, now let's start with the more energy. And welcome to all. And as you know, we always start with some positive quotes. So our today's positive quote is saying that your mind is a powerful thing. Sorry, your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with the positive things, then your life starts to change. So fill your life with the positive thoughts, with positive people, and all positive things. So definitely all of you will crack your exam and achieve your dream with the positive mind. So as now let's see, we are playing games as weekly, and I know many students are really winning the prizes daily. That I have seen status of the map, and many students have already won the prize. That's really congrats to all of you are really doing well, and you are attending the sessions, and of course you are doing the practice. And in the 1 week, of course, some students asked me doubts also. That means you were studying, so that's really great thing. So as a game, your all points, your daily assignment points and all. So let's see what were your gifts. You know what are your gifts as first prize, second prize, and third prize. I think all of you better know now, right? So congrats to them, congrats to all of them who has won, and best luck to all other students. And I know everyone will get this surprise gifts, not surprise actually, everyone will get these rewards. So I hope you will do better for next time. So as let's begin this game now. So congrats, you have won the 500 wire coins as you are attending the sessions. I think मैं भूलने लगी हूँ. Okay, so let's start our TCET, our topic now. Okay, let's come towards our topic, and our today's topic is profit and loss. Okay, we will cover this topic in this week. Complete topic in the 4 parts, sorry, 5 parts with revision, 5 parts actually. So our today's topic is a profit and loss first part. So let's start our topic. And what will be the agenda of our today's session? So first of all, we will see the importance of the profit and loss in the exam point of view. Then we will see the professional life importance, then real life importance. Then we will see the what is profit, what is loss, what are the basic formulas, some basic questions. Then we will go for the types of the questions, where we will cover 2 types of the question in today's session, which will be the easiest type. Okay, so as it is the first session of profit and loss, so today's session will be easy, and I'm hoping that all of you will solve the questions. So let's start. So what is the importance of profit and loss? Actually, 100% exams, profit and loss is the most common topic, right? As we have seen from the childhood, in the school also, profit and loss, and even in real life also, we always see what is the profit, what is the loss. So this is the most important topic for the TCET also. We are expecting 1 to 2 questions. For the other exams also 2 to 3 questions will be there. And this is actually, if you understood the concept, then this is really easy topic. And scoring also, as you know, if you solve one question, you will get 1 mark. So definitely it is a scoring. So this is the importance as an exam point of view. And what is the professional life importance? That in suppose in your business, you can track the progress, right? Monthly, yearly, exactly how your process, how your exact business is going on, like it is a profit or exactly it is a loss, whether you are getting the profit, you have to continue this, or you can take do the actions on that, right? You can take the actions, whether it is a profit, then yes, you can do anything, or if it is a loss, then you can think about on that yes, there is a loss, so exactly at what point it is a loss and how I can overcome that. That means all these things As you know, profit and loss, business or anything is completely depend on the profit and loss. So, as the business point of view or professional point of view, the profit and loss is the most important thing in the life actually, not in the only for the exam, but in real life also, in the professional life also, profit and loss. As of course, all of we know that what is a profit or what is a loss, and we must know. We must solve the type of questions like exactly what happens when sometimes a profit, exactly is there any discount, like these things. So we must know this topic actually. So this is the professional life importance, and in real life importance, as you know, it uses many times. So you can see that suppose there is a discounts in any shop. So of course we will go, at least especially ladies, as we see the for the discount, right? So if there is any discount on the shop, so what percent of the discount exactly? So what will be the profit after this discount? This is what we use. Or sometimes what we do, we buy some things from the wholesaler so that I will get the more in less price. That means I will get the profit. That means in daily life also, we always play with this profit and loss. So this is a too much common thing actually. Profit and loss is our daily life routines topic actually. Okay. So this is the total importance. So in the profit and loss, what is the exact prices? Some prices are there. Okay, which are the important concepts? There are some prices like cost price, selling price, and mark price. Okay. For example, suppose I purchased a shirt. Okay. For example, I purchased the shirt and I purchased it at 4 rupees. Suppose 1200. Okay, let's suppose, okay, I purchased this shirt at 1200. So what will I say? My cost price is 1200. What is the cost price? The price at which I purchased anything. That is called as the cost price, right? So suppose if I purchase that shirt, then my cost price, CP will be 1200. Then what happened? I have to buy the, I have to sell this shirt now. Then what I did, to 1200, I marked the price as a 1500. Okay, because only I know that I have bought it at 1200. But if I have to sell, then I will show that the mark price. There is always a label on the shirts, right? So I will show on that label as the 1500. So that will be the mark price. Mark price is what? Whatever the price is given on this the label or listing on the object or on the article or whatever it is. So mark price is also called as the, as you know, this quotation price you can call, or you can call as a printed price also. So what this is all the mark price. So suppose I marked it as a 1500. And then what happens, one person comes to me to buy this and I sold this shirt to a person at 1400. For example, I sold this shirt, that means selling price will be 1400. That means the price was the 1500, but that person asked me to give the discount. That's why what I did, okay, 1500 ka hai, 1400 mein le lo. This is what I did. Okay, but actual my cost price was the 1200. That means this is the cost price, market price, and selling price. So you have the idea about this. What is the cost price? At the price what I purchased. Selling price means the price at what I sold. And mark price is what is the exactly on that label price or printing price is called as the mark price. As you know these things, right? These are too much the basic things. So after this, what are the concept that what is the profit and what is the loss? So what is the profit actually? So in this amount, suppose, is there a profit or loss? Come on, tell me fast. Whatever I have given the example. So here, exactly after selling this shirt, whether I will have the profit or the loss, and if it is a profit or loss by what person, not actually person, by what amount. So CP is the real amount of product. Yeah, CP is the real amount is at what you have purchased. Or whether it is a shopkeeper, suppose, then shopkeeper also have purchased for somewhere, right? So that is his sale, cost price. Sorry. So profit by 200 in this. So what is the profit actually? Whatever my cost price and selling price. Suppose if my selling price is more than the cost price. As you can see here, selling price is more than the cost price. Then I will call it as the profit. Profit is equals to what? When profit, we can say that when selling price is a more than the cost price, then we call it as the, it is a profit. And when will I call it as a loss? Instead of 1400, if I sold it at suppose 1000 rupees or suppose 900 rupees, then what will happen? I have purchased it at 1200 and I have sold it at 900. That means I have a loss of 300. That means in this case, my selling price is less than the cost price. So whenever cost selling price is less than the cost price, then I called it as the loss. And if my selling price is more, then I called it as the profit. You know these things. This is too much easiest, most common things, and I hope that all of you already know these things. Okay, so let's see that the formulas for the profit and loss now. Loss 300 rupees. Okay, you are talking about the percentage also. Okay, so loss will be 300 by 12. That is 25% will be the loss there. Okay, I will show you how to calculate that. Now this at this stage only learn that what is the profit and loss. So what is the formula for profit? If SP is the more, so formula. Okay, I will write down your formulas now. So profits formula is a SP minus CP. As you know, you have told me that we earn a profit over 200 rupees. That is what you did. You just subtracted cost price from the selling price. That is selling price minus cost price. And if I talk about the loss, then it is a CP minus SP. Why? Because here my CP is more and my selling price is the least. Here you told me that 300 loss. How did you decided that? You just subtracted selling price from the cost price. That means CP minus SP is a loss. Okay. So this is the common thing. Okay, wait. What is the difference between the cost price and mark price? Okay. You have, suppose you are going to purchase anything. For example, suppose you this marker. Okay. I'll go to the purchase the marker. I go to the market and I saw that in that market there is a price of 25 rupees mark on this thing. Okay. But from where I purchased, that was the wholesaler. So he gave me at the 20 rupees. Okay, mark price was the 25 rupees, but he gave me at the 20 rupees. That means what is my cost price? 20 rupees. But mark price is what? Mark price is what? Exactly whatever the price is given on the label or whatever you purchase, there is always any mark price on anything, right? But sometimes you get it at the less price than the mark price. Then whatever you get the price, that is called as the cost price, and mark price is whatever label on the object. Whatever you are going to see, that object is called as the mark price. And 20 is the cost price for me. And 20 is the selling price for the shopkeepers. Okay, the same thing is for cost price for me and selling price for him. And mark price is 25, which is given on the marker. Now understood? We don't calculate anything on the mark price. That is what I wanted to say. After this, everything is okay. Now, suppose I have to find out the percent profit. Then percent profit or loss, we always find out this profit and loss at cost price. Okay. How do you decide whether I have profit or loss? It is always depend on the cost price. At what price you have purchased. Suppose I have purchased at the 100 rupees and I am selling it at a 150. That was 50 rupees profit. So how I decided it from the cost price? That what exactly I have purchased. So whether it is a profit or loss. So basically we always calculate the profit or loss on the cost price. Okay, so if you have to find out the percent profit, so it will be profit divided by cost price into 100. Profit is nothing but the SP minus CP, as you know this. So what will I do to find out the percent profit? Profit divided by CP. Why CP? Because we always find out the profit or loss on the cost price. Sometimes in the question they mention that find out the profit on the selling price, but normally whenever they ask, then only we go for that. Otherwise, what we do, always we find out the profit or loss on the cost price. So percent loss will be your formula for the percent loss will be percent loss is equal to loss by CP into 100. These four are the important formulas. Okay, understood this now? Let me see this. Okay, now everything is okay. Bye. So these are the formulas. Now let's see some basic questions, as there are the basic questions for you and you are going to give me the answers for 1, 2, 3 orally, as no one is using pen and paper. Answer me orally what will be the answers for question number 1, 2, 3. Come on, tell me fast. And yes, you have to say even profit and loss also, okay? Whether it is a 150 profit or 150 loss. As for the first question, it's not needed. But for the second and third question, I think you have to mention that profit or loss. And profit and loss by what rupees. Very good. So what are the answers actually? Items purchased at 200 and sold at 350. So profit will be 350 minus 200, which is a 150. So first one answer is the 150 rupees profit. Second question, a table is purchased at 8,000 and sold for 7,200. That means he is selling at low price. That means he has a loss of 800 rupees. So second question is a 800 loss. Okay, first one was the 150 profit. Second one is a 800 loss, and third one is what? Pen purchased for 50 and sold for 80. So as in a selling price is more, that means profit of 30 rupees. So anyone have doubt in this? Because this is a too much basic question. This is only for the understanding purpose, that exactly you know the profit and loss or not. Non clear? Okay, very good. If anyone have doubt with this 30 loss, someone is saying, but 30 is not loss, Diya, 30 is a profit. And selling price is more. Good, very good. So now can we go for the next one? Okay, type loss by the mistakes. Okay, so let's take a poll that everyone has understood with the profit and loss, because after that we have to go for the percent profit, percent loss. So at that time there will be the calculation. So before that, at least you must know the profit and loss. And if anyone have doubt, then please ask exactly in which question you have a doubt. Okay, I am taking a quick review up to the completion of the poll. So what was the profit? As you know, if my cost price means whatever price I have purchased, selling price means suppose I sold to another person at different price, that price will be selling price. Purchase price means I am buying this one. And selling is sold. I sold to the person, so selling price. So if my selling price is more, I purchased at 50 rupees, I sold at 100 rupees. That means my selling price is more. That means you will have the profit. If your selling price is the less, you will have the loss. Formula for what? Same. Difference of the cost price and selling price. Profits formula is the selling price minus cost price. Loss formula is the cost price minus selling price. Then next formula is what? Percent profit and percent loss. For what? As in percent we know that, but profit we know that. But when we have to find the percent, then we find the profit on the base of the cost price. So the formula is profit by CP into 100. Or percent loss formula is a loss by CP into 100. So this will be the formula for percent profit and percent loss. So this is how we have solved the three questions. For the first question, selling price was more, so there was a profit. Second question, selling price was a less, so there was a loss. Third question, again, selling price was a more, so there was a profit. And profit and loss of how much? Let's subtract these both prices, then you will get the values. That's it. Okay. Now let's go for the next concept. As the type number 1, we will see the fund. Okay, you are telling in the percentage also. Okay, that's very great. So we will find the profit percent and loss percent. Okay, percent profit and percent loss in the type number 1. As we have seen the formula, so question number 1 is here. So can you try this? Let's try at least for 1 minute. Then I will give you the solution. As actually question is easy. Actually, I'm expecting the type number 1's answers orally. At least for this question, you can say you can answer it orally too. Yes, very good. 20% will be the answer. As how will you solve this? Now let's see. A man bought an old typewriter for rupees 1200 and spent 200 on its repair. That means what is its cost price? He have bought at 1200, but to repair he again spent 200 also. That means his cost price will be that 1200 plus 200. The cost price will be 1200 plus 200. Why? Because this is a purchase price, right? Purchase at 1200, but he has also spent on repair, right? That means its total cost price, we can say that it is a 1400 and its selling price is a 1680, right? That means its selling price is a more. So what will be its profit? 1680 minus 1400, which is equals to 280. So how will you find out the percent profit? Profit by CP into 100. So profit is a 280 divided by CP is a 1400 into 100. So this will becomes 14 twos are 20, 28 and a 0. That means your answer would be 20%. It is the easiest question actually. Okay, everyone is okay with 20 now. Now let's go for the next question. And these are really easiest type of question. First type is the most easy. Now let's see the question number 2. I'm taking a poll on this. Okay. So let's see what will be the selling price that he has purchased at 4700, but again he spent 800, right? That means his total CP will becomes 5500. And what is his SP? 5800, right? Yeah, 5800. That means his selling price is more. So profit will be, you can directly say percent profit is equal to SP minus CP by CP. That means profit by CP. So what is the profit here? You can see profit is equal to SP minus CP, which is equal to 300, because 5800 minus 5500 is 300. Divided by CP is 5500 into 100. This 20 will get cancelled. That means if you did by this 5, then it will become 60 by 11. Right. So 11 5s are 55, remainder is a 5, so it will be 5 by 11 percentage profit, right? So why did you say 4 by 7? One student only has selected 4 by 7, all have got the answer 5 by 11. Okay. Now let's see the next question. Question number 3 is here. Yeah, how I spend my own and how I earn actually. Yeah, this is exactly what. How I spend and how I earn. That is the difference between the spend and earn is a profit or whether it is a loss also. Okay. So solve this one. Yeah, this one now let's see. Can you solve this one? Percent. Profit is also called as the gain. Okay. In some questions you can see what is the gain percent. Gain is nothing but the percent in profit. Very good. Already got the answer. That's really great thing. Actually, I have to mention one thing here. As profit, there is a percent profit, right? So percent profit will be same for one potato, 1 kg potato, 1 dozen potato, or 100 kg potato. Whatever. Percent profit will be same. Profit won't be same, but percent profit will be same for 1 potato, 1 kg potato, or 1 dozen potato, or 100 kg potato, or 15 dozen potato. It doesn't matter. Percent profit will remain the same. Are you getting this point? So what will be the answer here? Let's see. Option number B, some students are saying profit is 35. Okay, so what will I do here? Shopkeeper purchased 70 kg of potato for 420. अगर 420 में 70 kg I have purchased in 420 rupees 70. So what is the price of 1 kg? Can you find out the price of 1 kg? Price of 1 kg potato. It will becomes 420 divided by 70, which is equal to 6 rupees. This is okay. And he is selling whole lot at the rate of 6.5 rupees per kg. Now I will ask that why I find out the per kg, because he has sold at per kg. So I find out that per kg exactly what is his cost price. So his cost price is 6 rupees per kg, right? And its selling price is he sold all this lot at 6.50 rupees per kg. That means what is its profit? Its profit will be 6.5 and 6, that means 0.5 rupees, right, per kg. So what is its percent profit? Percent profit is nothing but the profit by CPA 200. That means 0.5 divided by Cp is a 6 into 100. So can you find out this 500 by 6? That is nothing but the ratio of 5 by 6. So it will becomes, okay, sorry, I think 0.5 into 100. Okay, sorry. 0.50 into 100, it will becomes 50 directly, right? 50 by 6 actually, yeah. Because as you know, there are two zeros. So this 20 will get to this point, will goes to the right side for the 20. So 50 by 6. So it will becomes what? 6 8s are 48. 2 by 3, that means nothing but the 8.33, which is nothing but 81 by 3%. So answer would be option number C. Can you do 6.50 into 70? Why 6.50 into 70? 6.50 is the selling price. 70 is the total what you have purchased. So it will, how to take out 1 kg? As total 70 kg is at 420 rupees. So what will be the price of 1 kg? Just divide 420 by 70. For example, suppose I said there are 5 pens of 100 rupees. So what is the price of 1 pen? What will you do? 100 by 5, 20 rupees. You can say it orally. Simple, this is also same. Price of the 1 kg as the price of total 70 kg divided by 70 is the 6 rupees. Getting this point? Okay, for that also you can do. What you can do 6.5 per kg into 70. Then what will that will be your selling price? Okay, you are asking about that. Okay, I will show you this one also. Okay. Okay. Wait. You want this like 6.50 into 70 because price of 70 kg. So what will be this answer? This double zero and this will goes to 7 5s are 35, carries the 3, 7 6 are 42 and 3 45. That means 455 is a SP and CP is a 420. So what is the profit here? 25 rupees, sorry, 35 rupees profit divided by 420 into 100. You can do like this well, so that it won't matter. It will be the same. 7 5s are and 7 6s are. So again 50 by 6, which is equals to 8.33%. You can do by this well. So. Okay, you can either find out the price of 1 kg or else you can directly find out the price of 70 kg. As I said, percent profit is same for 1 potato, 1 kg potato, 70 kg potato, 1 dozen potato, whatever, percent profit will be the same. So you can find out by this way also. I think that would be more easy, right? So you can find out by that way also. Yeah, okay, understood? Okay, very good. Now let's go for the next question. As this is the question, let's take a poll on this. So now let's solve together. Okay. So what is the price of per dozen? It's a 375 rupees per dozen, right? That means CP is a 375 rupees, right, per dozen. Okay. And what is the selling price? At least selling at 33 rupees per item. That means per, what is that? Per toys. Okay. So what will be the selling price of the dozen? Either you can find out the same cost price of per toy or you can find out the selling price of per dozen. So what will be the selling price per dozen? That will become 33 into 12. Why 12? Because in 1 dozen there are 12 toys. Okay, everyone must know this, that 1 dozen is equals to 12. So what will be the selling price here? 12 3s are 36, carries 3, 33, 36 and 396 per dozen. This is the selling price. So what will be the profit percent? That is the first tell me that what is the profit? Profit will be 396 minus 375, which is equals to 21 rupees. So what will be the profit percent? It will become 21 divided by CP is a 375 into 100. So can you find out this? 25 fours are and this will be 25 1 and this 12 is remain. So 25 fives are, that means 21 into 4 84 by 50. Or you can do here 3 fives are and 3 sevens are also. Okay, that will be more easy. So 7 fours are 28 by 5. So it will become 5 fives are 28 and 3 remain. That means 5.6%. You want to see with the single? Okay. Wait. First understood with this. I am explaining this one. Then I will show with the single one also. Okay. Now let's see. As cost price is 375, that is okay. So what is the selling price? 33 rupees each for the 12, because we are finding per dozen. So per dozen it will become 33 into 12. That means selling price is 396. You get the value of CP, you get the value of SP. So you just have to find out the percent profit. Percent profit is nothing but the profit by CP. So what is the profit? Profit will be SP minus CP, that is 396 minus 375, which is equals to 21 rupees per dozen. Means when he sell dozen of toys, then he got the profit of it 21 rupees. That means percent profit will be 21 rupees per CP. What is the CP of dozen? 375. That means 21 by 375 into 100. You just have to solve this. So 25 fours are 100 and 25 ones are 25. Remember there is a 12. So 125, that means 25 fives are 125. So again 15 and 21. So I did 3 fives are 15, 3 sevens are 21. That means 7 fours are 28 by 5, which is equal to 5.6. So this one everyone is okay. Now I will explain with the single one. Okay. And shouldn't be the CP also be per apple, as we are finding per dozen. As you know, this is 375 per dozen and he is selling 33 per toy. So I can find out per dozen. As both CP and SP are per dozen, that means units are same, then you can find out. You can't do this like a cost price is 375 and selling price is only 33, because this is not per dozen. If cost price is a per dozen, then for selling price also you have to convert it into per dozen. Or if you are finding out the cost price per toy, then you have a price of selling price per toy. Are you getting this point? You want the unit same for both CP and SP. Unit must be the same. For the CP, unit was per dozen. That's why I converted the selling price into the dozen. Now, if you want that selling price per toy, for that you have to find out the cost price per toy. Getting this one? That means he has purchased it at 375 per dozen. So, what will be the price of one toy? Okay, I will show you here for single toys. Okay, so price of single toy, as it is a 375 per dozen, so price of single toy will be 375 by 12. So it will become 12 threes are 36. Again 1 is remain, that means 12 ones are 12. Again 3 is remain, that means 12 twos are 24. And that's 6, that is 12 fives are. So you will get the price as a 31.25. This is the CP per toy and SP per toy is a 33. So what is the profit? 33 minus 31.25, which is equals to 1.75 rupees. So what will be the percent profit? Profit by CP, that is 1.75 divided by CP is a 31.25 into 100. So if you solve this one, then also you will get the answer as a same. As this point, both points will get cancelled. That means 175 by 3125 into 100. So you can do like this, 25 ones are 25, yes, 6, 25 twos are 50 and 25 fives are. This will be 125 and this will be 4. Again you can do by the 25 fives are and 25 sevens are. That means 7 fours are 28 by 5, which is equals to again 5.6. So you will get the same answer. Either you convert both into per dozen or convert both into per toy. Getting this one now? No. If you divide by the 12, that means this is the price per toy. And if you multiply by the 12, then it is a per dozen. Are you getting these things? If you have to find out per toy, then you have to divide by the 12, because per toy means per 12. And you have to find per dozen, that means at that time you will multiple here. No. For 20 dozens, if you read the questions carefully, what are they saying? That Sam purchased 20 dozens of toys at the rate of rupees 375 per dozen. That means this 20 they have only given for the confusion. There is no any use of 20. You have to read the question carefully. 375 rupees per dozen. Got this one? No, it's not for 20 dozen because they have mentioned that 375 per dozen. If they said like a 375 rupees for 20 dozen, then that is okay. He purchased 20 dozen, that is okay, but he has purchased 375 per dozen. Now understood everyone with this 20? Yeah, very good. That's great. Now let's go for the next question. That was quite confusing question. That's why I have taken it. So now everyone is clear, and this is the most easiest question for the type number 1. And yeah, we have to see the type number 2 also, and there are 7 questions in type number 2. So come on, solve it fast. This is too much easiest question, so try to answer this question orally. So you will find out the percent loss on the CP. What is the CP here? CP is at 1200. Loss is of 400. So 400 by 1200. That means 1 by 3. Ratio 1 by 3 means percent is 33.33. That is 33 1 by 3. So you can answer orally too. Why you are getting confused? This is too much easiest question. What is the CP? CP is at 1200. SP is 800. Sorry, 800. That means there is a loss. Loss of what? CP minus SP. That is a 400. So percent loss will be loss by CP into 100, which is equal to 400 by 1200 into 100. So this will becomes 1 by 3's ratio. 1 by 3 is nothing but the 33 1 by 3 or 33.33. Now let's go for the next one. As up to let's take a poll for the question of type number 1. Yeah, understood this type number 1. So let's see, then we will go for the type number 2. Got confused? Now it's clear. Okay, very good. This is what happened when we see the quite difficult type of question and then comes to the easy one, then we make the mistake in easy ones. So be careful while reading the question. That's what we want here. Concentration is the most important one. Okay, I'm ending this poll now and let's go for the type number 2 because we have to solve so many questions now. So let's go for the type number 2 now. In the type number 2, we have to find out, you divide 100 by 3. Okay. 100 by 3, that is also 33.33. That is also okay. That's correct. So now in the type number 2, we have to find the cost price or selling price or the market price. Okay. Now percent profit will be given. In the previous one, we have to find out the percent profit, percent loss. Now we have to find out the cost price and selling price and market price. Okay. So we will see this formula, but as we are not going to use this formula, but we are solving by the logically also. Actually, even I don't use this formula. I solved it logically. I will explain that how logically we will solve, but still formula is also important as it is given in the books. So let's see what is the selling price. If you have to find out the selling price, when cost price is given and percent gain, that is percent profit or percent loss is also given, then what will be the selling price? Okay, so selling price will be 100 plus percent gain, that is nothing but the percent profit divided by 100 into CP. Okay, if CP is given and percent profit is also given and you have to find out the selling price, then you will do this 100 plus percent profit. Actually, how can we say that? Suppose you have buy this at a 400 and you sold it at a profit of 10%. Then what will you do? Suppose you have buy it at CP at 12,400 and you purchased it at so you sold it at a 10%. Then what will you do to find out the selling price? You will find out that 10% of 400 and will add it, right? Or you can say that selling price is equal to 400 by 10% profit. That means you will say 110 by 100 because 100 by 10%. That means profit is a 10% on 100. That means 110 by 100. So you can find out by this. So your answer would be 440. This is nothing but this is the formula. We do these things actually, okay? We do this normally in every case. We always do these things, but we use this formula. This is what the formula we use. Got this formula? Now, what is the selling price when the loss is given? If the loss is given at that time, SP is equals to 100 minus percent loss divided by 100 into CP. That means suppose again CP is equals to suppose 800 and your loss is a 20%. At that time, what will you say? I have lost at 20%. That means selling price was the 80% of 800. Can you say that? I have lost 20%. That means you have done only 80% of the CP. That means 800 into 80 divided by 100. This is what you do. This is what nothing but the CP into 100 minus percent loss. That is 100 minus 20 divided by 100. So it will becomes 880. Getting this one exactly this formula, we use this formula regularly. So if you do not remember the formula, then also we use this one actually. Okay, so you don't have to remember, we know this formula. Okay. Why do we subtract or add? When it is a profit, then we add it. As in this question I said, we have to find out the profit of 10%. That means suppose it is of the 100 rupees price, then profit of 10%, it will becomes 110. That means at the profit, what do? You just add whatever the percent is. And suppose there is a loss of 10% at 100 rupees. That means what we do? 100 minus 10, that is a 90 rupees. Right? You have purchased suppose this for 100 rupees and you sold at 10% loss. That means what you did? 10% of 100, that is a 10 rupees. So you have sold it at 10 rupees loss, that means 90 rupees. That means minus 10%, which is a 90%. So this is what we do. For the profit we add, for the loss we subtract. Okay. And if we have to find out the cost price when selling price is given, this is also same. What we exactly actually we have already done this type of question. Okay, but even personally, I don't use these formulas. Even I don't remember this formula, you can see. If this CP, so what will be the CP here? It is a simple. This will get this 100 will get that 100 plus percent profit by 100 will get reverse. That means selling price 100 divided by 100 plus percent profit into selling price. And for CP for the loss, it will become 100 divided by 100 minus percent loss into selling price. This means what? Suppose your selling price was suppose 800 rupees and your percent profit was 20%. Okay, percent profit is the 20%, selling price is 800. Then what you say? Whatever my cost price, that cost price 20% profit will be the 800. That means that cost price 120 by 100 is equals to 800. Do you know these things? We solve like this. Okay, you can see here, you can take a 600. Even if you want the exact answer, then you can take 600. But this is only for the understanding purpose. So what will be the CP? Whatever my CP, that CP's 20% profit is nothing but my cost price, selling price. So my cost price will become here 600 into 100 by 120. That is nothing but the cost price is equal to selling price into 100 divided by 100 plus profit percent, that is the 20. That means you are just solving the simple way. So your cost price was the 500. That means getting this one, I'm just giving the examples. As you don't have to remember this formula even, you can solve logically also. As we know, whenever they ask the questions, we use this logic. Exactly whatever my CP is 20% profit. A selling price, if they have given the selling price only 80% loss or whatever is given. Okay, getting this one at least. I mean, are you getting the concept? Yeah, that is what I'm saying. We don't even need to remember the formula. Even I don't remember this formula. If you ask me after this session, I can't tell you this formula. I don't know. Even this is only for the understanding purpose, but you don't have to use this formula. This is what we actually do. Okay, in the regular life also. Yeah, okay. Now let's go for the question. Now let's solve this one. What will be the answer? As what are they saying? A man buys a cycle for 1400 and sell it at a loss of 15%. What is the selling price of the cycle? Now what can you do for this type of question? Either what will you do? You will find out the 15% of 1400 because it is a loss. So you will do that of 1400 15%. That is a 0000. That means 45 are 70 and that 210. That means he has a loss of 210. That means his selling price will be, as you know, loss is equals to cost price minus selling price. Oh, sorry, cost price minus selling price. Yeah. So what is the loss? Loss is equal to 210, which is equal to cost price was a 1400 minus selling price. So selling price will be 1400 minus 210. If you are doing by this way, then please don't do this. Right? This is the formula's way. Okay, I mean, if we go by the formula, then we will do like this. That means 15% loss. So find out the 15% of 1400, which is a 210. Then subtract that 210 from the 1400. Then I will get the selling price. If you are solving by this, then please don't do this. What will you do here easily? As you know that there is a 15% loss. He has lost 15%. That means he has gained 85%. Right? So 1400, 85 why? Because 100 minus 15. 100 में से 15% already has lost. That means he has got 85%. So you can directly find out 85 by 100. This double zero is cancelled. 45 are 70, carries a 7. 14 8s are 112 plus 7, 119. So your answer will be 1190. Okay, this is how we solve this type of questions. Getting this one now, let me read your question messages first. Yeah, we have to find out directly by this way. Please don't go for this. I have shown this only for the purpose that if you are solving by this way, then it is completely waste of time, which we never have to do. We just have to do like this. 15% loss means 85% remain. So find out the 85% of 1400. That will be selling price, which is the 119. Okay, done now. Now can we go for the next question? If anyone still have a doubt, then at the end, I will clear that one. First, cover all the questions first. Okay. So question number 2, you can see here. So can you solve this one? Now this question you can answer orally too. This is the most easiest question from the options you can say. Orally means from the option. As you know, on selling of an article for 810, there is a loss of 10%. That means cost price, whatever my cost price, that cost price 90% is equal to 810. Because 10% is a loss. Are you getting these things? Because selling price is 810. Or you can say that what's 10%? You can find by the options also. As you know that 900 10% is nothing but the 90. So if you subtract 90 from the 900, you get the 810. So you can answer orally even from the options. 900 would be the answer. That is most easiest question. Now let's solve fast it. As selling price is the 810 and percent loss is the 10%. So what will be the cost price? As CP का जो 90% है, that is equals to SP, right? Where selling price is nothing but the 10% loss. That means 90%. So this will become CP will becomes the SP, that is the 810 into 100 by 90. Why 100 by 90? Because this 90% is nothing but the 90 by 100. So if you solve this one, you will get this 900. Or from the options also, you can see 900 10% is a 90. So if you subtract 900 minus 90, you will get the 810. So from the options also, you can get the answer. Understood? Yes, you got 900. Anyone have doubt? Can we go for the next one? Yes, very good. Now let's go for the next one. Yes, this is question of CMAT and I want the solution from all of you. So come on, try this one. CMAT 2018's question is there. And please read the question carefully. At a discount of 15% means what? 15% discount दे दिया means at what price he has bought 85%. That means CP's 85% is nothing but 37.40. So for this, yes, calculation will required. So how will we solve? Let's solve together. What are they saying? After the discount of 15%, they bought at the 37.40. That means CP 85% is equals to 37.40. So CP will become 37.40 into 100 by 85. Why 85? Because there is a 15% discount. So let's solve this one. If you multiply, this will become 3740 divided by 85. I think it will be multiple of 17. 17 fives are, and this will become 17 twos are 34. Again 3 is again 72 are. Then means 5 to 20 by 5 it will become 5 fours are 5 fours are. So CP is a 44 rupees. But if you read the question carefully, they have got two balls in this price and they are asking you that what must be the mark price of each of the ball. There are the two balls. This CP of 40 rupees for two balls. So what will be the price of one ball? CP of one ball will become 22 rupees. Because two balls rupees is a 44, that means one ball's price is a 22 rupees. So whoever saying 44, you have solved correctly, but you haven't read the question carefully. Now let's go for the next one and solve this one. What are they saying? A salesman expects a gain of 13% on his cost price if in a month his sale was 7,91,000. That is after this, whatever is sale, this is with profit, right? His total sale is that. That is with the profit, with his cost price, total is that. But what is the profit? That means whatever was his CP, that CP is 13%. That means 113 by 100 is equals to 7,91,000. Are you getting this one? CP ka 13% profit. CP is getting the 13% on the CP and its total sale is 7,91,000. So what is its CP if you find out this? 1 into 7, 13 sevens are 91. That means you can directly say it is a 7 lakh. Or if you want to solve this one, 00 into 100 divided by 113. So if you solve it, if you see it proper, observe it properly, you will see that 1 into 7, that is 100 into 7 is a 700 and 13 sevens are 91. That means this is directly going by the 7. So your CP will become 7 and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. That means 7 lakh. That means CP is a 7 lakh. SP is the 7. That means total sale is a 7,91,000. So what is his profit? His profit will be 91,000. Right? This SP is a 7,91,000. That means total sale is a 91. So his profit will become 91,000. Now let's see the next question. If still anyone have doubt, then I will explain it once again at the end. But now please first cover this all this question. So the question is here. So can you try this one? Come on. Yeah, this question is quite tricky. We can't say it is a tricky, but if you know the concepts, then you can solve it easily. So I'm expecting the answer from you. So please tell me what will be the answer of this question. As for this question, there is one concept actually. I will explain that concept. But before that, I really want from you that whether if you know any one of you, can you solve this? Let's try this one. Yes, at least try it from these options also. But for that, you have to try for all the options, right? So now let's see. I will explain you the concept behind that. Okay, how to find out this. There is a trick, but how this trick applies, from where did it come? I will explain this all things. Okay. Now what are they saying? That if the profit on selling an article for rupees dash is same as the loss on selling it, that means same article for rupees dash, then the cost price of the article. That means this is the same article. Suppose this is the same marker. If I sold this marker for 30 rupees or if I sold for rupees 20, then whatever profit after selling this 30 is equal to the whatever profit after selling this 20 rupees. Then what is the price of this marker? Can you tell me? Did you get my answer question? Suppose whatever XYZ is the price of this marker, I don't know what is the price, but if I sold this marker for rupees 30, then whatever I will get the profit is same or is equal to the profit equal to the loss when I sold this marker at rupees 20. That means what they wanted to say, my profit is equals to loss. This is what they are saying in short, right? After selling the same article at two different price, profit is equals to loss. So what is the formula for profit? Profit is nothing but the SP minus CP. And what is the formula for loss? CP minus SP. As they are talking about the same article, that means cost price is the same as I am talking about the same marker. So cost price is the same. Cost price won't be changed. But selling price, when I am selling it at 30 rupees, my selling price is different. But when I am selling at 20 rupees, that means at a loss, my selling price is different. That means I can say SP1 and SP2 because I have two selling price, but my cost price is the same. Are you getting this one? So if you solve this one, selling price and selling price one, this you can say SP1 plus this minus will get added here, SP2, which is equal to this CP plus this CP. That means which is equals to 2CP. So you can say CP is equals to SP1 plus SP2 divided by 2. This is what we use the formula whenever this type of question. When same article you are selling on the different price and there is the same profit and same loss, that means profit and loss is equal to same, at that time cost price is nothing but the selling price of first plus selling price of second divided by 2. That means when I was selling this marker for rupees 30 and when I was selling for the 20, my profit and loss was the same. That means my cost price was 30 plus 20, which is a 50 by 2. That means 25 rupees. Now, how we can say 25 rupees? This marker's price is 25 rupees. If I sold it for 30 rupees, my profit is 5 rupees. Similarly, if I sold it for 20 rupees, my loss is also 5 rupees. That means profit is equals to loss. Are you getting this formula? As in many books, you will directly get this formula. There are the chances that you will directly get this formula. But understood that how did this formula came? Okay, you are giving the answers now, but at least anyone have, please tell me how understood the formula or not. Then we will go for the question. You can see from the options also even, but for that you have to check all the options, right? But here you can say, as you know, what are the value? 425 plus 355. 425 plus 355 divided by 2. What is this addition? 5 by 10. This 5, 2, 7, 8, and this will be 7. 780 by 2, it will become 390. So you can say this one. So for the exam, you don't have to do this all these things. Please remember this formula. CP is equal to SP1 by SP2 when your profit is equals to loss on the same article. Okay, getting this one? You can write down this formula on the above of the page also for the better understanding. But you have to write down the condition as profit is equal to loss on the same article or same object. Yeah, you did like that. 425 minus 355. What is the answer? Again divided by 2. Then 35. Again add 355 plus 35. So instead of that, this will be more easy. Right? That is also the way, but that is the longest way actually we can see. But this is the most easiest way. You can solve within some seconds. Even for some questions, you can answer orally. Okay, now can we go for the next one? If the both are the different articles, cost price is the same, then the formula is same. Because you can see a cost price is the same. Because it is for the same article, right? If the cost price is also different, then this formula won't work. For that, it will be CP1, CP2. That means all formula will get changed. So your CP must be the same. Okay? Now the next question is here. So let's try this one. I think this is the second last question. Yeah. Yeah. Here you don't have to find out the cost price. Means yes, of course you have to find out the cost price, but in the question they have asked you that 50% of the cost price. That means half of cost price. And yes, always remember that cost price is always between these both selling price. If you are getting the answer which is a less than any selling price, because both selling price are 650 and 426. I'm not talking about the 50%, okay? I'm talking only about the cost price. So if you get the cost price which is a less than 426 or more than 650, then it is a wrong. Getting my point? Your cost price will definitely will be in between them. Yeah, it will be between them. Yes, it will be definitely in between them because it is the addition by 2. That means it is nothing but the average of them. So average is always in between them. What will be the cost price here? CP1 plus CP2, right? That means 650 plus 426 by 2. So it will become that 76. 1076 divided by 2. That means CP will becomes 2 5s are 2 3s are and 2 8, right? So this is your CP, but they are asking you that 50% of CP. 50% means what? Half. As you know, if you know these things, 50% means half, then it's really good. Or you can do 50 by 100. 5 ones are, 5 twos are. You can solve by that way. But you must know that 50% is half. So what will be the answer here? 2 twos are 4, 2 six are 12, and 2 nines are 18. That means your answer would be 269. So why some people were doing like this? Because after dividing this 2, I am getting 538. That means this is the cost price. And again cost price by 2, I am getting 269. Then why some people were again dividing by the 2? Okay. Find the half of the 50%. Oh yeah. Actually, okay. Sorry, I didn't read that question carefully. Sorry. What are the question? Find the half of the 50% of the cost price. That means what are they asking you? That question mark is equal to half of 50% of cost price. Okay, so this is not your answer. After this, let's go here. As what are they asking? Half of 50%. That means 1 by 2. Again, half 50% means half of 538. So you have to do like this. This directly divide by the 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 threes are 12. 4 fours are 16. And this 5. That means your answer would become 134.5. Yes. So answer is not 269. Okay, sorry. Even I didn't read that question carefully. Find the half of the 50% of the cost price. That means again percentage topic is important. Right? As yeah, of course you have seen that everywhere we are using the percentage. So answer would be option number A. Okay. Now let's go for the next question. And yeah, this is a quite different question. Not different actually. This is a normal question which we have solved after this. And this is a question of TIS 2007. And I think this is the last question. So solve this one. Whoever will solve, they can go. You are still confused. Mark price is nothing, but here they are saying that 40,000 is the mark price, right? And what happened on that mark price? 8% discount he gave, and he sold to any person, right? And after the selling at the 8% discount, still he has got the 25% profit. That means he has buy at some another point, another amount. That means I don't know what he have amount. That means suppose that he have a buy at 30,000 or at 20,000. Whatever he has buy, that is the cost price. But he has marked on the laptop as a 40,000. That means 40,000 is the mark price. You have to find out the cost price, exactly what he has bought. He is selling for 8% discount. He is selling for 40,000. But definitely he has buy from someone. So whatever he has buy, that is the cost price. And whatever he has marked, that is the 40,000 mark price. You are confused on that, but what happened? Whenever you goes to any store, there is a mark price, right? Any of the things, right? Suppose whenever you goes to buy any, suppose laptop itself, okay, and there is a price on the mark price on that laptop, that is a 45,000. But is it necessary that shopkeeper also have buy it at 45,000? If he buy at 45,000 and he is also marked the 45,000, then it won't work, right? Definitely he has purchased at some another amount. Like he has purchased like suppose 40,000 or 41,000, and then he is marking on the 45,000. That means this is the difference. Are you getting this one now? He has purchased at any amount and he is selling, he has marked price as the 40,000. And again after discount, his selling price will be different. Okay? Whenever you go to any of the shop, whenever you see, you get the exact amount, you directly give the amount of a mark price. but it doesn't mean that shopkeeper has buy it. That means shopkeeper's cost price is the same. Shopkeeper has purchased at some less amount. That is why he's giving you at the mark price. Right? If he has purchased at the same amount, then why will he, like, in that means it is completely wastage of shop, right? He has to gain some percentage. That means his cost price is the different. So let's solve this one now. Got it? Okay, very good. Yeah, 8% of mark price will be what? First, what happened? Mark price is equals to 40,000. Right? Discount is equals to 8%. That means here sold at 8% discount. Means what will be the selling price? 40,000 92%. You can select this. So this is its selling price. Selling price is the 00. 4 2s are 8. 4 9s are 36. That means he has sold at 36,800. Right? Suppose you have a shop. Suppose you have the laptop at 40,000 and you sold it at a 36,800. But you haven't purchased it at 36,800. After solding it at 36,800, still you get the profit of 25%. That means whatever your CP was that, CP पे 25% profit मिलता है. Profit is always on the CP. That means CP का 125 by 100 is equals to the 36,800. If you understood this forming this equation, then you can solve any type of question. The profit or loss is always on the CP. That means CP is 25%. Profit. That's why I added 100 plus 25. CP का 125 by 100 is equals to the selling price. So can you solve this one now? CP is equals to 36 into 100 divided by 125. So 25 4s are at 25 5s are. So can you solve this one? This 000 will be same and 36 4. 6 4s are 24, carries a 2. 4 is are 12 plus 2, 144 divided by 5. So if you solve this one, you will get that 14400 divided by 5, which is equal to 5 2s are 10. Then 4 is here, 5 8s are 40. Right? Okay, this is a 36,800. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is 36,800. So 00 is there. 4 8s are 32. Carries a 3. 4 6 are 24 plus 3 27. Carries a 2. 4 3s are 12 plus 2 147. 1472. Right? 147,200 divided by 5. So it will become 5 2s are 10. 5 9s are 45. Again 2 5 4s are 20 and 5 4s are 20. That means your answer would be 29,440. That means option number C. Or we will take a last, practice questions you will get on the app. Okay. Okay. So what we have seen today, let's take a quick summary. As profit and loss. What is the profit? If your selling price is more than the cost price, then it is a profit. If your selling price is less than your cost price, then it is a loss. Percent profit and percent loss we always calculate on the cost price. Always remember that profit and loss is always calculated on the cost price. So cost price ka whatever percentage is equal to S. Okay, we never do like a selling price ka just percent is equal to cost price. No, cost price ka whatever percent is equals to selling price, because we always find out the profit or loss on the cost price. So please remember, you must know how to form this equation. If you can form this equation, then you can solve almost all type of questions I can see. And by using the 100, you can solve any type of the question. Okay, if there is any long type of question or any difficult type of question, then also you can solve by considering the 100. As here also we are considering the 100, right? 100 ka 25%. As when possible, the questions, multiplication, divisions, addition, subtraction, whatever, please do it orally. Oral means by pen and paper at least. Okay, then at least you will get to know. अपने आप समझ में आ जाता है कि yes, if I divide by 2, answer will be this. Yeah, there is no any tricks. Actually, of course, there are the tricks, but actually, instead of tricks, only practice will work for the calculations. Actually, okay. So understood. I hope you have understood all of this, and now we will sum up here. We will see in the next session with the part number 2 of the profit loss, where we will see the next type of the profit and loss question. Up to that, study karte raho and be safe. And thank you so much for all your concern, for all your love. Really, thank you so much. Bye bye.